A lot of people think all lagers are golden in color, light in body, and the pinnacle of refreshment. So how many of these beers are lagers? Would you believe all of them? So what makes a beer a lager? Spoiler alert, it's the yeast. So in this video, we're going to take a quick look at what makes a lager a lager. Beer is fermented by yeast, and yeast is a lot like us. It likes to eat sugars, and it turns them into energy and other byproducts, including alcohol and carbon dioxide gas. So we have yeasty fermentation to thank for giving beer its booze and its bubbles. There are two main species of brewer's yeast, lager yeast and ale yeast, each with many different strains or subtypes. During fermentation, yeast also produces flavorful byproducts, which range in flavor from earthy and sulfury to spicy and fruity. The big difference between lager yeast and ale yeast is that after fermentation, lager yeast reduces most of the flavorful byproducts it created. It sort of cleans up after itself. Ale yeast, on the other hand, isn't as good at reducing the flavors it creates, so they're persistent and add to the flavor of the finished beer. When a beer is fermented by lager yeast, it's called a lager, and it tends to taste mainly like its ingredients, like malt and hops, and sometimes adjunct grains like rice or corn. And when a beer is fermented by ale yeast, it's called an ale. You can usually taste malt and hops, sometimes a variety of fermentation flavors that can be fruity or spicy or earthy. There's a wide world of lager out there. Brew with dark malt and lager yeast, and you'll get a dark lager. A lot of malt and lager yeast, and you get a high alcohol, sweeter lager. A lot of hops and lager yeast, and you get a crisp lager that's bitter, floral, and elegant. Pale malt, plus some rice or corn, and not a lot of hops, you'll get a crisp lager that's delicate and unassertive. So the next time you drink a lager, you can think about the malt and hop flavors that you taste. You can also raise a glass to the hard-working, clean-tasting lager yeast that fermented it. I'm Master Cicerone, Rich Higgins. Enjoy beer. Cheers!